Before we start, if you find this helpful and you want more of these videos, remember to subscribe, it really helps me out. We all know the most efficient way to make Darksteel is mining the ore. But what if I told you there is another way which can yield almost as much? Well, there is, and here's how it's done. A lot of you might already know this, but for the ones that don't, I bet you at least have noticed you trade in certain resources for items in the Magic Square lobby. Well, one of these items just happens to be a Darksteel chest, with the green one containing 4,000 Darksteel per chest. Okay, so what do we need to do to make these? First one is this lunar fragment, the other one the limitless fragment. We need 4 of each in order to make one chest. But how do we obtain them? Well, you can get them by mining Darksteel, really, in the Darksteel chamber. If you're lucky, that is. But specifically, you can obtain the limitless fragments in the treasure chamber, that one filled with chests. You are guaranteed to get 1 per chest, with the higher grade chests giving you up to 4 at once. In a single ticket time, I managed to get about 60 fragments in the treasure room, which nets me just over 180 if undisturbed there. But we can't forget the other fragment, right? Well, this one you can get by killing mobs at the gold chamber. On a single ticket, I averaged out at 30 fragments, but chances are you most likely will have a lot of unused lunar fragments, since they come by mining Darksteel every so often, and in some of the other chambers. So my point here is, whenever things are tough in the Darksteel chamber, or you have a lot of unused lunar fragments either from gathering copper or whatever may it be, hit the treasure room and make up 120 Darksteel per hour, or 1.2 Dracos, which rivals even my best times at the square mining the golden ones. And even if you lack the lunar fragments, taking a day to stay at the treasure room for an hour, or another to farm copper will yield at least 80,000 Darksteel, or about 40,000 per hour, without the hassles of the Darksteel room. Now, the most effective way to use this strategy though is if you mine Darksteel and farm copper as usual, and when you are full of lunar fragments, you hit the treasure chamber. It is also unlikely that there will be much competition for the treasure chamber. Mostly I stay there undisturbed. Players don't really have that much of an interest in that chamber, especially in the higher floors. But every so often you might find some players, they just pop in there, but they will just try to open the chests that are already there. They don't just sit there and wait for chests to appear. You can either kill them if you're stronger and confident, or you can just let them do it and they will leave soon after. Even with my modest power, I rarely lose the chamber to someone else. So, this is one of the ways you can make Darksteel without mining. Hope this helped.